Hello, scopers and replay viewers. I'm Dell. I decided to jump on here and do a quick scope. I've been doing empath traits, scopes, and I've also done intuitive traits. Well, today I'm going to give you 3 types of psychic gifts you may have that's out there. And for those of you who do not know who I am, I'm Dell, owner and creator of YouHaveThePowerWithin.com. I'm an intuitive, Reiki master, and spiritual teacher. So how are you? There we go. But it's some of the types. Okay, awesome. That's good to know. Awesome. I found some things that I wanted to share with you of some of the types of psychic abilities that are out there that you can develop as time goes on. But it's just like anything else. The more you work with it, the more it's helpful. But one of the things is telepathy. I've only heard this, but I know some people do have that gift, which is the ability to communicate with humans and animals. I guess on some level I am, because I can feel like the energies and stuff of the animals and people too. So I guess I can fall into that category somewhere. The next is empathy, or it's also sensing emotional and physical states of others, which I do have. That one's strengthening. And clairvoyance. You would be just like yeah, on some level you would know that what they were saying would to be true, yes. But this is like if they're being emotional, you would pick up their symptoms. And somehow it would if you're an empath, this is how empaths can affect another empath, or people can affect empaths in this way. They pick up on their emotions. If there's any negativity, they pick up on that. They're usually, empaths are usually very, you could talk to them. And I mean, complete strangers would go up and talk to them, just because they have that quality about them that they can share everything with them on some level. And they usually do. It's happened to me. Yeah. Clairvoyance, which is what I have, which is the ability to see without using the eyes, which is the mind's eye or third eye. I see things, even though it may be just like flashes. It's just like a movie strip, really fast. I have that one. That one is strong. Of course, I work with my abilities all the time, every day. Well, not every day, but I do take breaks in between from week to week, just because it's something you have to do. You probably do. I mean, it's just like anything else. You got to work with it a little bit. Clairaudient, which is the ability similar to clairvoyant. Yeah. Well, in times when it's kind of stressful, it may not be the best time, but you can still like meditate, yoga, or whatever, visualizations, something that's very relaxing. Listen to any type of music, ambient music, which is something very soft and soothing. Its ability to hear. Not these things are they're in the more of the way of thoughts, somebody else's thoughts that come to you. That is what clairaudient is. I do have that as well. um, and clairsentient or sentence is sensing psychic energies, being able to see other energies. It's popular among energy workers. So I do see them. I do, and one of them. This one. When I first started doing it, you know, oh yeah, not even if you have one or two, it's good. Just work with those two. The more you work with them, the more they'll get stronger. And sometimes working with somebody else can help as well. Just, on some level. And this one, when I first started doing this, and I'm actually going to be putting it up there, but I'd have to use like a photo of the person or an object. It's called psychometry, which is you're getting impressions from physical objects, meaning photographs, object belonging to the person. Usually photos I use mainly, but I've used objects too. And the more I work with this, the more it strengthens. And just to let you know, my rose quartz did return. This one here is the rose quartz. And this one is the fire quartz. Because you can see, like, right here, there's like bits of red in that. Whereas the rose quartz doesn't have it. They're similar in properties and healing abilities, but this one will go much deeper. This one is very deep. So if you need to clear out some things that you may have kind of been pushing under, you may want to start with the rose quartz, and then once you start working through that stuff, and it's like what your underneath stuff is what I'm talking about. Because sometimes they can come back up. And as long as you acknowledge it, see it, acknowledge it, and then you're able to let it go. And then there's a big one is you got to forgive yourself for not doing something, you just have to forgive yourself. And if there's others involved, you have to forgive them as well. And then once that you've dealt with that, it will, it will just be something you've worked through, and it won't come up again. Yeah, it is hard. I know, been there. It's just like today I had 2 healings today, and this time I did it a little different than I normally do. I kind of in between. I had 2 of them just to be honest. I had 2 of them, and one of them was a new person. So it's like, oh, so this is what I'm attracting. It's what I do, and I'm really good at it. And even if I do it like on something like this, which I'd probably have to go into like a private mode type just to do it, because it's energy, and I'd have to actually see the person. But I can't. There's other ways I could do it as well. So It's actually good. It works for me. But they went well. I took like a 20-minute break in between the first and the second one, so I'd give time to recharge. Yeah, for sure. I prefer not to. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, yeah, been a kind of a busy day. So I was like doing lots of things, getting ready for class tomorrow. Yay. A lot of prep work, working with clients. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like it that way. You know, in between, I try to work on other things. Like I'm working on other things, like some meditations I'm trying to work on in between all this, trying to get my homepage on my site kind of filled in for the Intuit. I'm not. It's similar to intuitive development. I'm not calling it that though. I may call it something else, but then I'll go into detail of what it is later. But I kind of working on that a little bit more. But I'm also working on my class for tomorrow too. My upcoming classes too. So I got. Oh yeah, it does work. Um, this one's like the third class, so we get after this one we got three more classes, and then that's the end of this round, and that would be like the end of April. So I planned that just right. So it's just scheduling these and making sure everybody can meet on that night that I have it. And with this, oh yeah, I mean, the ones that are in the class have the meeting ID. Um, but if for the upcoming meeting, yeah, I know. We'll play it by ear on that. No worries. You still get the recording, so no worries. Just make sure you fill in your answers, because it comes with like I think this one may have had 7 questions, but I give all the answers in class. So you know, but if you would like to just write the answers down and take notes, that's fine too. Having the crystals you don't have to have. I have all of them. Um, and also because I'm working out all the details with the new class coming up. I'm going to start it in May, launch it in May, but it may be delayed just for about a week or so. But that I'm thinking like maybe twice a month, so every other week. It has to go kind of coincide with my schedule too. So, but as soon as I get everything, all the details, I'll put out a blog post about it. So, and if you've signed up for my newsletter, of course you'll get it as well. But I'm in the process of transferring all of them that was on MailChimp to Benchmark. So that's the one I use now. And it's so much easier to use. Trust me. MailChimp's a little wacky sometimes, so. But it's good. Yeah. So, but all of them I have so far are on Benchmark. I've kind of transferred them. Put them on a flash drive and transferred them or uploaded them. So they're all there. May go ahead and just do a card today too. Wasn't going to, but may have to do it. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it is good to know. Okay, and I'm using my Ascended Masters Oracle deck. And have not I've used these, but I'm getting drawn to these a little bit more since my deck seems to be somewhere in here, but it's hiding at the moment. Things always hide, so it's okay. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. Okay. And this one it's King Solomon, and this card's all about priorities. Getting all your priorities together, kind of in a sense of, you know, what's around you now, what may be coming up, kind of prioritize things if you can. That's the way I have to. I always do it automatically, just because my days can go. I could be doing so much stuff and forget to do something. So I make sure I prioritize, especially when I'm working with clients. I have to prioritize that. I have to mark off time for them. And the doing these scopes too is part of that. I prioritize that in some way. Oh, let's see. But a lot of I've done scopes. I've even done Reiki scopes. You know, when I'll be scoping sometime tomorrow. I don't know when. Probably more in the afternoon since I've got class in the evening. So I probably do it like around 3 in the afternoon, and I'm on Central Time. So that would be 4 Eastern Time. Around that time, or maybe give or take between 3 and 4 my Central Time, or 4 to 5 in Eastern Time. In between that time, I will do a scope around then. Yeah, I know. I know you're Central. I'm just saying, East Coast too, because they can be East Coast, they can be West Coast, and somewhere could be in Canada too, or elsewhere. I'm not sure. So, and it's good to, if you don't know, just don't make assumptions. I just, they could be from anywhere. I'll just put that out there. But, when I do a Reiki scope, I will be offering at least 1 or 2 people a 15-minute distant healing session, which would be done on the phone or on my Zoom channel. But it'd be separate, and I'm going to prioritize that and schedule them. So you have to just look out for more details on that later. I won't do the Reiki scope tomorrow, but I will do something tomorrow. Not sure. I may do to see how intuitive all of you are. It's just a little test that I did. And I don't need a test to tell me how intuitive I am, because I already know. And, it just confirmed with what I already knew, just based on questions. And I'll ask these questions to you to see, and we'll go from there. So, and then at the end, I'll give like the totals and see. Even if you have a few of the traits, you still just work with what you have, and just kind of strengthen that. The rest of them will come in time. The more you work with it, the more it will come. So I have to use mine. And I'm intuitive. I'm an empath. I'm a Reiki master. And there's other ones kicking in now too, being clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient. So those are those are all the strong ones, and I do psychometry, which is the physical object or photograph, and it's helpful. Everything is beneficial, and then that can, from those, just the main ones can have secondary ones that come up too. So, which is centering and all support skills, or like centering, meditation, visualization, lucid dreaming, triggering. It's one of those. You can actually see certain things and recall them. So, to that extent. Remote viewing's another one. And I did that a couple of times, but I tried, it's not, because there's certain parameters that you got to go by the law, so to speak. So, but yeah, it's good. So, but yeah, just listen for more of the information on the class and coming up, and there will be another crystals class starting sometime in May, but I don't know when yet, so I'm getting through this round first, and then we'll go from there. I'd have to think on that. I'm probably going to re-record the first set if you miss those, and then it'll be a product that I'll put in my store, but I have to redo them because I believe in the only that the other people involved in this, unless you have permission, you shouldn't use their photographs or their pictures or even their facial features. So I am working on that. Yeah, oh yeah. So, but join me tomorrow. It'd be in the afternoon. I do know that. Otherwise, Periscope may be on Thursday. Just saying. Thursday seems like a good day. And I'll probably do it around this time or earlier. But have a great night, everybody. And I send everybody support energies and Reiki. Namaste. Have a blessed night. And you've always had the power within you.